For those of you who were born in China, unfortunately, there is a long backlog to get a conditional green card. And the reason is as follows. Over 85% of all investors in EB5 are from China. And so that means only 15% are from all of the other countries in the world. So last May, the quota was finally reached for China, because up until that time, well, there are a maximum of 10,000 EB5 visas that can be given out in any 1 year. And up until last year, the number had not reached 10,000. And that includes wives and children. So really, assuming 3 people in a family, it means really only 3,300 or 3,500 actual cases make up, or approvals, make up the 10,000. So that wasn't reached even for Chinese who have invested so much in such a big percentage up until May of last year. And starting in May of last year, the backlog started with China. The normal timing for anyone else from any other country in the world is on average about 2 years to get a conditional green card. And that is explained as follows. On average, it takes about 16 and a half months to get your I-526 approved. The I-526, again, is the initial application you file once you've chosen a project, you've made the investment, and proven source of funds. So on average, those take about 16 and a half months. After the I-526 is approved, if you happen to be in the U.S. in legal status, it takes another 6 to 9 months to get your green card. So that's approximately 2 years. If you're outside the United States and you get your green card through an interview at a U.S. consulate or embassy, it also on average takes another 6 to 9 months, about the same as if you were in the U.S. So for anyone, any other country other than China, it's on average about 2 years. Could be a little less, could be a little more. But for China, the backlog has gone from the 2 years it was at that time, just like all the other countries, to 3 years, to 4 years, to 5 years, to now in excess of 6 years to get your conditional green card. And for those who apply now, it's going to even be longer. So what's been happening in China is that less and less people are applying because of the long backlog. So as a consequence, the regional center law actually is expiring September 30th of this year. And it's expired a number of times since it was put into effect in 1992. It was initially a 5-year regulation. It was extended a couple times another 5 years, then 3 years and 2 years, and then 3 years, and then last year was extended 1 year. So right now it's due to be extended again. And so one of the issues that will be acted upon hopefully by Congress by September 30th is to put in some provision relating to the backlog from China. Because if the backlog keeps growing, it's going to pretty much make it very difficult for a lot of projects to fund themselves that have already been out there and trying to get funding, unless the developers are able to get funding from India. A lot of developers are going to India because There are a lot of interest in India to invest and other countries. In other words, they're going to have to try to make up what was coming from China from other countries. If you're from a country other than China, the average time to get your 2-year conditional green card is about 2 years. As of today, if you're from China, it's in excess of 6 years.